Yo, what is up, guys? It is Corrupt here, back with another video, and today we're gonna be doing a story time. And I don't usually, this is my first story time video. So what I'm gonna be talking about in this video is what it's like to have 8 brothers and sisters besides you. So 8 siblings, 9 of us in total. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I'd say let's start when I was super young. When I was super young, we lived in this super tiny house, and it wasn't super tiny. Well, yeah, it was. There was 2 rooms. There was a master bedroom, and like my little brother and my little sister would be in, or my youngest brother, and then with my parents. And then the rest of us, there was like 2 bunk beds, and we would all stay in that one room, and then one little bed for my other little brother Johnny. And let me go ahead and like explain each of the people in my family. So the oldest is Brittany. She's 27. And then we have Matthew, who's 25, Kenneth, who's 23, Jesse, who's 22, Jay, who's 19, I'm 18, Johnny is 17, and Lily is 14, Jacob is 12. Brady's chill, Matthew, I think he has mild schizophrenia now, but he's still living, he has a wife, he has a kid. Kenneth has major schizophrenia, he's like really bad, he has it really bad, and he stays at home with us now. And then we have, let's see, who am I missing? Oh, Jay, he's chill. He's staying here still. He's 19. We both go to college together. Um, then me, obviously. Then Jonathan, he's special needs, so he's a sophomore in high school. He's 17. He's actually doing really well though. And then Jacob, he's just chill. So when I was younger, my parents have always been like super strict. Like they were super strict. But when I was younger, we were allowed outside a lot, just because it was a smaller house, and this was really early in my parents' marriage and in our lives and stuff. So we didn't have that much things. We just played outside a lot. We had a trampoline, we had Nerf guns, and that was pretty much it. And a PlayStation 2, I think. So we were always either playing the PlayStation 2, or we were outside jumping on the trampoline, or messing around with the Nerf guns and shooting each other and crap like that. But we'd always get into like some trouble. And in a separate video or separate story time, I'll talk about each house that I've lived in and stuff like that, and maybe like each time that I've moved and what schools I've been in and all this type of stuff. But we've moved a lot. Each year we move, we usually have gotten into like a better house, because my dad will get a new job. He'll be looking for a new job, get a higher paying job, and then we would just move, get into a little bit better of a house, and we'd save up, keep going, doing the same thing until the house that we have now. So now remember, like from the first house till now, it's such like it just keeps getting better and better. Each house that we've been to has been better and better. But obviously we have 9 kids, or we don't have 9 kids. My parents have 9 kids, so they need to get in a big house to so everybody can have their own room, so we can pretty much how like most kids would have like their own room and stuff. Maybe 1 or 2 brothers and sisters, but not that much. So each house that we moved into a bigger, better house, and eventually it kind of separated us almost to a point where like we're in our rooms all the time, kind of. Because I remember when I was younger, we would literally be all together all the time. We would be outside playing around until I got to like freshman year of high school. So like freshman year of high school, that's when like the older brothers and sisters started leaving. Like Brady started like, moving out, and all of them started moving out, right? So basically, it became more like less kids, but we still got in bigger houses. So everybody started getting their own rooms. I mean, obviously 5 kids is still a big kind of house, because you have the master bedroom, then you have 5 kids, so that's 5 bedrooms, which is a pretty big house. To even just that, like imagine a house with like 9 bedrooms, and then the master bedroom that's 10 rooms. That's huge. It's like a fucking mansion. So like we've never gotten to, we've never had a house that big, but I think the house that we have right now is like 7 bedrooms or something like that, but or 6. I don't know. But basically, um, living with 8 siblings is kind of hectic, but at the same time, it's really not as bad as you would think. There's always somebody there that you can talk to. There's always like an older, like I have literally older brothers, older sisters, and younger sisters. Well, younger sister. So I can literally talk. I have like the experience of being a younger brother, being an older brother, having a younger brother, having an older brother, having a younger sister, and having older sisters. So basically, I've learned things through my older brothers and sisters that I teach my younger brothers and sisters, or that I help them with, either vice versa, and all this type of stuff. So, how everybody's like, oh, how it sucks to have an older sister, it sucks that I have a younger brother. And some people are like, oh, I don't even have a younger sister around. Like, I can relate to like everything that's going on with all that type of stuff. And I treat them a little bit differently. There's kind of like I'd say maybe like kind of like grade years in high school. You know, you kind of treat somebody older like more respect. You know, I just naturally do that anyway, but some kids don't. You know, some people don't give a fuck. But um, like Brittany and all of them, like they're pretty much like an adult, full on adult. She's 26 now, so she's 27. So like pretty much I can't really like talk shit to her or like mess around like I did when I was younger when she was like younger than 18. Like pull pranks on her and shit like that. I can't really do that no more. Plus I'm 18, so there's really no reason for me to want to do that. And then my younger brothers and sisters, I'm such a influence on their life as well. And at the same time, the older brothers and sisters were an influence on my life. So it's kind of like all works out in that way. So they all kind of look up to me because I'm like in college and I've done like a lot of different type of shit in my life, and they kind of like want to know what I did. So like my little sisters will ask. She's a freshman in high school. She takes all AP classes. She has like a 4.4, no 4.6 GPA, something like that. She's fucking crazy smart. Well, she's book smart. She knows how to study. She knows how to cheat. All this type of stuff to keep her A's or whatever. I never did that stuff, so I always got like average grades, even though I'm like super super smart. And so I give her props because she's probably gonna get better grades than me, end up going to a better college than I am. But um, so I give her props. But she'll ask me a lot of questions about school. Johnny will, because he'll ask me like how to talk to like certain people or how to ask certain questions. Jacob kind of will. He'll kind of look up to Johnny and Lily a little bit more because he's super young. He's only 12, so he'll kind of ask them more than he would ask me, I believe. But me and him are the closest almost. Me and him play video games all the time together. He's kind of like me, but he just without the athletic part, he doesn't do like any sports type stuff. But yeah, like all of us are pretty close together, and we used to always play video games together, watch movies together. We always, usually on Sundays, we usually have movie night where all of us come downstairs, we watch a movie together, and it's pretty much like a fucking big old party sleepover. Everybody in there together, you got your blankets, your pillows, your popcorn, you're watching that shit. It's lit. Every Friday we bring home Little Caesars, and actually every day we eat together at dinner time. Usually we used to do it at lunchtime as well, but people started waking up at different times. People are older, younger. Everybody wakes up at different times when you start getting older. So like my little brothers and sisters wake up at like 10, and I wake up at like 12 or 1, and sometimes I don't wake up till like 2 or 3 if I stay up all night on the weekends. But yeah, lunch we usually kind of do at our own time now. But dinner time we still always eat together, and we always eat as a big ass like diner table as a whole family and everything. And so like a lot of families or a lot of friends I've talked to, they don't even eat together like that. Like their parents don't eat with them. They just eat whenever they want to eat. And I'm like, that's just weird to me. But I know to y'all, it's weird that our family actually have certain times that we eat. We all eat together on dinner time, all this type of things. And all of us go to really pretty much each other's events. So like my graduation, everybody went. Type of stuff. Any like important type events everybody goes to. There's also a really hard time going with the rides. So when I was younger, before I could drive, we would always, me and Jay would always have baseball practice, and then Lily would be in a club, or Jacob would have after school stuff, and then literally there's like a million different things going on, and like it'd be a struggle getting rides everywhere, and it would be a hassle on my parents, but they always got it done somehow. But now Jay and I can drive, so we just drive to school on our own and pretty much help out with my mom and that type of thing if I need to pick up my little sister from school, stuff like that. And so now it's actually a little bit more chill, and in the recent years, actually, it's been more chill, and we've been more kind of in our own world, sort of speak. So we all have our own rooms now, so we're all pretty much in our rooms all the time. I'm always playing video games, but yesterday we did go fishing, because we have a lake. We live right by a lake, and like starting in the summertime, where I'm actually gonna be outside a lot more than I usually ever have been, because we have a lake, right, obviously, and it's gonna be warm and it's gonna be fucking lit, and I'm gonna like definitely be swimming all the time, and we're gonna try to get a boat, and then we're all gonna basically spend more time outside and together and stuff like that is what the plan is, what my parents are telling me. But yeah, it's like for my dad, he has to make so much and he has to do so much just for us to kind of live like a normal lifestyle that other kids would live. Other kids get pretty much almost anything they want if they ask for it. Like if their parents have the money, they can they ask for like a game system, they might get it for Christmas or something. Like we don't get something like I don't go out to my mom and be like, yo, can I get a PS4? And then she just buys it for me. It's not like that. My parents are super traditional in that sense, and I used to get my ass beat all the time. I used to get licks all the time for like my parents don't play that shit. They're super strict, but at the same time, they're lenient as well. If you're getting good grades and you're behaving and stuff, then they can kind of let some stuff slide. But so like with wanting things, like if I want a PS4 or something, I can't just go get that or like ask for it. I have to wait until Christmas or my birthday and stuff like that. My dad saves up. My dad's like kind of like an accountant. He's a CBO, and he basically is really good with his money and stuff like that. He's really good with numbers and shit. So he'll save up his money for these certain periods in the year. So you have like birthdays, he'll save up so that certain kid could have what they want for their birthday. He'll save up money for that. For Christmas, he'll save up for that, stuff like that. So we get all of our things like during those times, and between those times we don't really get shit. Like we usually, basically, my mom's like, all right, if you get good grades, you build up, your repertoire of like how you're doing and shit, and then that basically is kind of results in what you're getting for your birthday or Christmas. So if you're acting good, you're not being a piece of shit, and you're not being a bad kid, you're not doing terrible in school, you're not getting kicked out and shit like that, um, then you'll pretty much you'll get some shit that you ask for, a lot of stuff that you'll ask for. Um, but if you're being bad, obviously, and you're like like a few times I've been like really bad before my birthday, or I'd get bad grades before my birthday, and I wouldn't get like a ton of the stuff that I wanted, but then I'd bring up my grades and start getting my act together, and you know during Christmas I would get those things that I was asking for my birthday, because my birthday's September 1st, Christmas December. So basically that's pretty much how it is. As a whole family, we're kind of like we were super close, and then once we got like a bigger houses and gotten kind of more modern, nowadays there's more like video games and type of shit that everybody wants to do. And my mom's kind of like, she's getting older and more sentimental with her kids now, I feel like, because she doesn't want us to go and get hurt or like go out and do things as much, because she's scared that something will happen to us. And I'm just like, all right, like let us be like when. Cause I remember when I was younger, she let my older brothers and sisters do everything. Like they can go out, go outside, and she wouldn't care. But now she's like, no, I don't want y'all to get hurt, or what if something happens to you? But I mean, it's probably just because we're like the younger kids and her younger babies and stuff. And nowadays it's like more kids are inside anyway playing video games, so we're all like inside, with the internet and stuff. But it's pretty chill having all these brothers and sisters. It does sometimes get really rowdy and like annoying, or like people always pestering you. Um, but overall, it's a pretty cool thing to have this many people that you can talk to, and all this type of thing, and hang out with. Like basically anytime we go somewhere, you know how like when you're like if you're an only kid and you're going out with your parents to do something, it's kind of weird. You're like, oh, I don't want to be here with them. Like I want to be with my friends or something like that. Excuse me. But you would have to basically go out with a lot of friends, to like do like a group thing. You can't just go with your parents because it's not enough people for some activities. But for us, we just bring the whole family, and we just have that cool experience and fun times and stuff. And basically, we have more people to lean on. So like after I move out and things, and if they need help, or like if I need help from my older brothers and sisters, they can help me because they're already moved out and all this type of thing. And so it's pretty cool to have that, to have these different options if something happened. Like if my parents were to pass away, we would go to my oldest sister, or like, stuff like that. So I guess that's how I'm gonna wrap up this video. It's a different type of video. It's my first story time. Just let me know what y'all think of it. If you want more story times, if you want me to do different types, like my baseball history, I have a bunch of stories. So I really think this could be a cool series that I could do. But if y'all watch until now, thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.